Hi, welcome back to Walk with a Doc, and Happy New Year. This month, which is January 2021, we have a really great talk about culinary medicine. And I know a lot of you out there are having New Year's resolutions. Some people are deciding to pick up a new activity, get physically active, or change your diet and your lifestyle. And so we've got a great doc to talk about culinary medicine and how you can kind of make some of those changes for the new year. So I'm going to introduce Dr. Gina Drobena. Welcome to Walk with a Doc. First, I'm going to have you introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about what you do at UAMS and what's culinary medicine for all of those out there who don't really know what it is.
Sure. So first, I'd like to let you know that I am actually walking on my treadmill this morning while we talk, and I'm wearing my broccoli shirt in honor of culinary medicine. So, as Alexis mentioned, I'm Gina Drobena, and I am a pathologist at UAMS. I like to tell people I've been here for 20 years, but that's really because I started medical school here in 2000. So I did my training at UAMS, and currently I do transfusion medicine here. And so I take care of people that need blood for various reasons, and also I do a special procedure called apheresis. But one of the other things I'm really passionate about is culinary medicine and lifestyle medicine in general. And so culinary medicine is an evidence-based field in medicine that blends the art of food and cooking with science.
All right, great. So it sounds like you're passionate about lifestyle medicine, but how did it kind of start here at UAMS? Was there something that inspired the program here?
Well, all the credit goes to Dr. Patterson and Dr. Gloria Richard Davis. They got together and the chancellor gave the funds to purchase the Health Eat Food curriculum, which is what we use to teach culinary medicine to our students in class. And we also have the recipes and modules available for the community as well.
So why would it be important for physicians to know a little bit about healthy diets and making food?
So it's really critical for physicians to be trained in both nutrition and food in general, in my opinion. Really, the chronic disease epidemic that physicians are going to spend the majority of their careers addressing is largely attributable to lifestyle factors, and food makes up one of those biggest categories. And so, not only knowing about the nutrition science part of it, but also how to translate that for patients to be able to take it home and actually cook healthy food really will help work together to help cure this epidemic.
And for those of us who want to learn more about this, are there community programs? Are there things that you guys are doing outside of just teaching future physicians?
Yes, so the program is pretty recently started, 2018, and we had our first student classes in 2019. But there are a lot of options that we are currently working on and are already available to learn more about culinary medicine. So we have our own culinary medicine website on the UAMS page. And then there's also the Health Eat Food curriculum website, which is culinarymedicine.org. And it's got a lot of great recipes and handouts and things that patients can use. We're also working on some patient learn videos and other things that you might find on the Get Healthy UAMS website.
Great. And so we see your t-shirt with the broccoli on there, and it seems like from my understanding, you have one diet that you feel is maybe a little bit healthier than others. It looks like it's more plant-based. Do you guys exclusively teach plant-based cooking? And what do you say for the meat eaters out there? Are they doomed to not have a healthy lifestyle?
No, absolutely not. So the curriculum that we teach uses the Mediterranean diet, but I do very much want people to really bring more plants into their diet altogether. In the United States and in Arkansas, we don't have a meat deficiency, right? We have a fiber, fruit, and vegetable deficiency. You may not know this, but there are 40% of our Kansans that eat less than one serving of fruit a day, and that includes fruit juice. And so there really are a lot of us out there that need more fruits and vegetables in our diet. I do think that most of the healthy diets are going to emphasize fruits and vegetables, so like the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, people that look at the Blue Zone diet and cookbook. Those are all very plant forward. This doesn't mean that you can never eat meat again, but you want, instead of having your vegetables be your side dish, it would be better to think of meat as a side dish or an accompaniment, and then fill the rest of your plate with things that come from plants like whole grains and vegetables. And then, you can also, if it works better for you, to maybe think of yourself, if you want to go a step further, and be a weekday vegetarian, for example, and fill your week with fruits and vegetables and whole grains and nuts, and then enjoy your meat on the weekend. That's taking it even a little step further. And then, maybe someday you'll be ready to go all the way, and maybe that'll never happen, but I can guarantee the more fruits and vegetables you have in your diet, the better your health.
Great. That does sound like excellent advice, to include a little bit more vegetables in all of our diets. Kind of with that, I know that with our COVID-19 pandemic, there are a lot of families now that are relying on pantry foods or staples that you would keep in your own home pantry, just stocking up to make sure that you have food at home. What sort of advice does your program or do you give for people who want to be healthier but struggle with some of those staple items that may be non-perishable but may not be as healthy as some of the fresher options?
Well, while I think that fresh fruits and vegetables are wonderful, they aren't always accessible to everyone. And so it's perfectly reasonable to make your meals out of pantry staples and frozen foods if you have access to them. So some of my favorite meals are very low cost and very pantry friendly. For example, I've got a pot of pinto beans going right now. I use pinto beans for $1, right, for a whole bag. And then I do use vegetable broth in my beans, but if you're on a budget, you could certainly leave that out. And I put some fresh garlic in there for a little extra flavor. That's 45 cents. And then I serve it with greens. And so those are 88 cents at Walmart right now. So a simple meal with a whole grain cornbread, for example, if you don't have the budget for the cornmeal and the whole wheat flour, then maybe you buy a loaf of whole wheat bread, which is about $1.50, and make garlic toast with it. So that's a full hearty meal that could feed a family of 4 easily for under $5. Another one that's a favorite meal of my kids is brown rice, and then I put in black beans and my roasted tomatoes and some frozen corn. And I have a salt-free taco seasoning. The recipe is actually on culinarymedicine.org that I make in bulk, and so we just keep it all the time. But there are some low-sodium taco seasoning options that are available. And so combining all of those things in a big casserole dish, if it's in your budget to buy a block of cheese, that's about $1.75. You can sprinkle some of that on top. But that's another meal that's easily under $5 to feed the family. So I think there are very good options that you can get from your pantry and have on hand all the time to make quick and simple meals.
Great, and we'll make sure that we add that link below this video and on the website so that everyone can kind of get on and see some of those recipes, which sound really great. Okay, last and the most important question. What is your favorite way to be physically active? I see you're on the treadmill now. And do you have a New Year's resolution? Do you do New Year's resolutions, and what do you have for this year?
So I would say that walking right now is one of my favorite ways to get some physical activity, get my heart rate up. It's great to have a treadmill at home for days where weather is bad, but I do prefer to walk outside because I think just the fresh air, the light is just very refreshing in and of itself, and important as well. So walking is definitely my favorite way to stay active. And then as far as the New Year's resolutions, I don't frequently make them, but this year I'm going to try to start meditating once a week. And I'm going to start with a small goal like that, so that I can have something that's achievable for me and then build from there. So I like to build on small successes model as far as changing their habits. For those that do want to have a New Year's resolution, a goal for their health, maybe exercise or food related, I would say to make it a SMART goal. And so you really want to make it specific. So, for example, instead of saying, I want to run more this year, you would say that I'm going to run, once a week, 3 miles is my ultimate goal. But then you have to, build up to that. So, making it, specific and measurable. So you want to say how much you're going to run or walk each day. Maybe you're going to do a couch to 5K program. And make yourself a calendar, and you want it to be attainable. So if you've never run before, maybe you don't say, I'm going to run a 26-mile marathon, right? Maybe you start with something, I'm going to run a mile. And then, you also want it to be, time specific. And so you maybe want to set a goal for yourself over a certain number of weeks to begin to, work towards that goal. And then, you also want to make sure that it's relevant. So if you're going to start running, then maybe doing the Couch to 5K program would be better than starting a yoga class. Right, because you want it to be relevant to your goal. Those are the pieces of advice I would give to someone that's trying to set attainable goals for their health.
That's great. Thank you, Dr. Drobena, for being here with us today. I think this was a great talk and a really amazing way to start the new year. We do have some more tips at Get Healthy UAMS, so you guys can also see that below, and that we can link that as well. We have meditation, we have tips for exercise, some of the things that Dr. Drobena spoke with us about today. Thank you for joining us with Walk with a Doc. Please get out there and walk, socially distance, bring your mask, but if you get outside, it tends to be safe. And we'll see you for our next talk. I'm Dr. Alexa Martin, and thank you for joining us today.
Hi, I'm Margaret Pauly, and I'm the culinary nutritionist for the UAMS Culinary Medicine Program, and welcome to Walk with a Doc. I'm not walking right now, I'm fixing you a snack. So a lot of people ask, should they fuel up before they walk? Or, if you're walking, you might just need a little something, especially first thing in the morning. Here's a quick, easy one. It's not a ton of calories, but it is so good. You might even want to have it as a snack, as even a little treat. It's graham crackers. It is cream cheese, about a teaspoon. And I'm using a cream cheese alternative because I eat plant-based, but regular cream cheese is just fine. You're going to spread that around on one of the graham crackers, and then you will also take either a little bit of honey or I have an all fruit jam that I like. There we go, no added sugar to that. And again, about a teaspoon. Spread that around. I use the strawberry jam because it tastes like cheesecake and it is incredible. You could also use honey. You could I've put a little bit of cinnamon in there before. And then you're going to take that other piece, put it on top, and there you go. There is a 90-calorie snack that is so good. If you want, you can also wrap it up, put it in the freezer. It's even better that way. It really tastes like cheesecake at that time. So just be careful. I mean, one of these is 90 calories. You probably only need one to get going in the morning. If you're running or doing something like that, you might need a couple. But just enjoy them, and I'll see you after my walk. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gloria Richard Davis, a professor in the Department of OBGYN here at UAMS, and I'm also the lead instructor for our culinary medicine program. Welcome to Walk with the Doctor. I'm out enjoying this gorgeous fall day. The foliage coloring, the change in the foliage coloring is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the most tranquil scenes that I have enjoyed recently. And what we're going to do today is to combine the Walk with the Doctor with lessons in culinary medicine. It is important for us to talk about food as medicine. What you eat, what you choose to eat is important in that it can help to prevent diseases, as well as managing any chronic diseases that you do have, like diabetes or hypertension. We know that if you eat healthy, that many of our patients can in fact eliminate being on medication, especially when we're talking about things like hypertension or diabetes, if it is not severe cases. What we eat, it's true. We are what we eat. And the important lessons that we have taken away from culinary medicine is that it is important for us to ensure that our healthcare providers actually have that base knowledge. So we teach our medical students about food as medicine, and we have specific modules that addresses all the common chronic diseases so that they hopefully in turn will advise their patients appropriately and be equipped to talk to them about preventive health issues and how to address healthy food choices to either prevent diseases or to help manage those that patients are suffering from. So we hope that you enjoy what we have prepared for you, and we look forward to seeing you in some of our community activities. Thank you for joining us.